Hi, this is Denis from the HBM lab. The goal of this tutorial is to set up the electrodes coordinates that can be used for a given subject, like displaying topographies or computing inverse solution matrices. I will show you the three scenarios that you can encounter by order of preference. First scenario is if you have a way to recover the actual coordinates of a given subject. Second scenario is if you don't have the subject's electrodes coordinates, but can use a template for your specific recording machine. Third scenario is if you don't have that template, then you have to build up your own electrodes coordinates file taken from positions of the 1010 system. First scenario, you can recover the subject's actual electrodes positions. This is definitely the best case, as head shape can vary greatly among individuals. You can measure the electrodes positions by using a sensing device like Polymus, for example. You will have to convert the output of this machine to a XYZ file. The file format can be found in the Cartool help in Cartool files format XYZ. Basically, it is just a list of XYZ coordinates followed by a name and a first line to tell the number of electrodes. Or you can get a MRI scan of the subject with MRI compatible electrodes or electrode paste that you can see on the MRI. Then, by middle-clicking on each electrode position, then pressing M on the keyboard, you will add a marker point in a text file. You can press Delete on the keyboard to remove the last point. Once you clicked on all the points, you can edit the marker text file by adding a first line with the number of electrodes followed by an approximate radius. Then save it to a .xyz extension file. Let's open this new file and superimpose it to the full head to check everything is alright. Let's delete first the marker points that we don't need anymore, then we can superimpose the new XYZ on top of the full head. Finally, here is the full XYZ of this subject, superimposed to the full head MRI. Second scenario in preferred order is to use a template for your given electrode setup. Some of very common templates we use at the HBM lab can be found in the download section of the Cartool community website. Otherwise, you have to make your own template as the average of a set of subjects. One advantage of making your own template is that it will reflect exactly your recording configuration, but also your specific habits of electrodes positioning. Here we can see an example of 6 subjects' coordinates. Let's superimpose all of them to show the variability among subjects. You have to manually record some subjects as explained in the first scenario. Let's say from 5-6 to a dozen, and you should be good. Then launch Tools, Electrodes Coordinates, create a template, and give this set of XYZ files. Then provide which electrodes are CZ, FPZ and OZ. Wait until completion, usually under a minute. There you have your template file. While on the template topic, EEG manufacturers can sometimes provide their own template file. Be somehow careful, as they can be rather topologic than realistic. For example, it can be spherical, which is a sure sign that the coordinates are not realistic, which means the distances across electrodes is not correct. This will introduce some uncertainty if you use this template to create some inverse solution matrices. Third and last scenario, you don't have any electrodes positions measurement and neither any template. Your last resort until you can fix that is to build an approximate template by hand. Given 105 or 348 predefined positions from the 1010 system, middle-click on each electrode of your setup. Use either the name of the electrode or its approximate position on the scalp. Once all the electrodes have been selected, go to Menu, Options, Export Selected Electrodes, and this will create a new file from your selection. Here we can see a simple subset of 17 electrodes from the original 105 positions. The other file with 348 positions should provide enough electrodes to fit your needs. A final word of caution for all of these three scenarios. You have to be absolutely sure that the sequence of electrodes in your XYZ file matches exactly the sequence of your EEG tracks. You have to check with your recording machine setup. A visual proof is to link the XYZ and some EEG recording and see any inconsistency in the displayed map. So, this is it. Thanks for watching.